Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Motortown. And before we jump into the final phase of the garage build, I wanted to go and tackle a record job just because I saw it on the map and I think it's something that we can do fairly quickly and make some good money because we still have a lot that we need to purchase after the garage is done. Still upgrades we got to do, more trucks, and you got to keep that record business going. So we are arriving on scene to find out exactly what is going on with this broke down truck or wrecker. I don't know what's going on. It could be on its side, or I'm hoping not. I really don't want to deal with anything on its side. Make life way harder than it needs to be. Make sure nothing's coming. Whoa. What do we got here? Okay. Yeah. Well, how in the world did this fool manage to do this? Alright, well, first things first. Let's do this the proper way. Put that down there. And I'm going to put that there. That way we close down this area, give us a little bit of room to work with. And I'm going to try to pull this back and then get that Atlas on its side somehow, or upright. So, top back in. Open that, throttle up, boom out. Not too far, but we will pick up winch hook. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, I know the landing gear's down, but I just want to see if yeah, just a little bit so I can get there. I know it probably caused a little bit of damage, but I mean, at this point, all right, step one is done. Let us try to figure out how to get this thing on its wheels without flipping it over onto its roof. I think leaving it right there and grabbing this hook, if I pull it from the bottom, like this, maybe. What if I do that? And then what if I pick the boom up? Oh, look at that. All right, if I do this very slowly, do it 4 low. I'm gonna hold in first. And pull the, whoa. Now if I back up a little bit, or shift F, There we go. Look at that. Oh my god, I am such a genius. This actually worked out for me for once. Oh man. That is awesome. Now, the issue... Let's see. What I was hoping is... I don't know if I could push it. No, I can't. I'm trying to get this thing attached to that. Because if I could do that, that would be amazing. And maybe I could. If I position the Brutus on that side, hook it, and pull this close, maybe I could do that. It's a lot of steps. But... well, you know what? Why am I being silly? What I should do... let's do... boom down. Pick up winch hook. And I don't think this will have the parking brake on. No, it does. Okay, so... pick up controller. Oh, you know what? Let me get in the vehicle first. Turn the wheel. Do that, and then we'll put that down. Cut the cable. Now. All right. Pick up the hook. Now, theoretically, I say that a lot, this should work. If I can... there we go. Let's cut that again. Let's reposition the Brutus. Pick up hook. Put that there. Grab the winch. Right. Get in. Cut the cable. Reposition the Brutus again. But the reason I'm doing this is because I don't want to have to take 2 trips. And I remember the last time I did this trailer nonsense. So, get out. Pick up the hook. Pick up the controller. Hop in this. And boom, there we go. Look at that. Now we're all in one. The only thing I didn't do was check to make sure everything has tires. And if I did all that work for no reason, that would stink. But no, it looks like we're in a good spot. So what I could finally do is, yeah, let that go. Looks like we are all in a good position. Let me pick up my cones before I forget. And I have not seen any traffic, so that's a positive. The one time I remember, I don't need them, but hey, whatever. Control panel. Boom in. Boom down. I know I'm going to need that. Tilt down. Alright, I'll leave that for right now. Now get this thing lined up. Control panel. Hook. No, hook out. Yeah. And tilt down, because I don't think with the hook out hitting the bumper would damage anything. I'm not 100% sure. So tilt down. So we're gonna hook. Okay. Hook in. Get that bad boy close. Tilt up. I don't think that'll cause any damage of any kind. No, doesn't seem that way. That's really low. So what we're gonna have to do is boom up. Ooh, tilt down. Boom, boom up. Yeah, I think we're in a good spot, and I just don't want the boom to hit. Okay, I think we're good if we do it that way. Don't see anything that would hit. Double check on this side. No. I think we should be good. But again, I'll learn the hard way as always, so keep that door open because I don't care. Only 9% cargo damage. That's not terrible. And yeah, we're going a little bit of a distance. Not crazy. All right. And as long as we drive slow. Look at that. Yeah, I'm gonna go through the stop sign. Look, and man, I love the Brutus. Doing Brutus things. Yep. Perfect. So I think doing all that was worth it. And again, I'm editing, so this shortened it up a little bit. Even with the editing, you can see it kind of took a little bit to, you know, get out and do all that. Now, if you do multiplayer servers and you have a friend that's helping you maybe do these kinds of missions, that would help tremendously. Obviously, I do this solo, so I don't, you know, just a one-man operation here. But it wasn't terrible. Took a little bit longer than I anticipated, but I would much as I blow the stop sign. No, okay. Woo. Much rather do that than haul this little, what is Atlas or whatever it is, over there, then come back for the trailer, or have to grab, like last time, the Titan, because it doesn't register the Brutus hauling the trailer. What are we doing? So, all in all, I think it was a very successful recovery mission, and it'll probably pay out decently well. I think, you know, you got to take into consideration this thing idles and is constantly on the Brutus, so from a fuel standpoint, you are burning a lot of fuel while this thing is just sitting there idle. I know I don't have... Oh my God, why? That is the worst, man, because we don't have a stop sign, and they just blow right straight forward. There needs to be like a four-way stop there. So, developer, please, for the love of God. I was trying to follow the rules, and, yeah. Now, the Brutus might actually benefit if I went to, like, a 13 speed. It may. I don't know. And maybe even supercharging it might be beneficial. Like I said, I haven't done a lot of upgrades on anything. Main focus, as you all know, have been getting the garage / warehouse, whatever you want to call it. That's the main focus. I haven't really been spending any money. I haven't really done a lot of stuff off camera. So what you see is what I'm doing in game. I haven't been doing other stuff. So I've been trying to maintain a lot of the stuff that I do on camera for you guys so you aren't missing anything. If I do it off camera, as I said last time, I will absolutely give you a heads up of what I do. And then this is the only game save that I have. I don't have another personal one. My personal one I turned into this, so, which is fine because I honestly don't have time to do 2 of these. I barely have time probably just to do this as it is, but all right, so 10 grand total for everything. That should be both, right? Oh, okay, and 11,000 for the other one. So that was a total of like 20,000 bucks for both. Well, sweet. Way better than I thought. Way better. Alright guys, it is a new day in Motortown, and we are going to start working on some of the things that are needed for this garage. Like I said, I don't really know a lot of the details. Oh, we can turn that off. About like what is needed. I'm pretty sure that it's pretty extensive for this cement or concrete that's going to be needed, this last part or phase of the garage. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to complete it all in one episode. But, well, I know for a fact that I'm not going to be able to get it all done in one episode because, well, I'm limited on time. So I'm going to get piece by piece. And I know we just did our record job, but I'm pretty sure one of the things that we are going to 100% need is fuel. So that is the first thing that I'm going to tackle in this multi-step process. And again, I might be doing this 100% wrong, but like I said, I'm fairly certain that fuel has to happen. The reason I say that I can't cram it all into one episode is because it's like a multi-hour process based on, like I said, the comments that I've heard or read, and then some of the videos that I've watched. Like, there's a lot that you need in order to get the concrete done. So I think I'm just going to do a little bit at a time, unfortunately. But like I said, I got to mix it up a little bit, right? So let's see if I can even find a delivery to the concrete location. Maybe it's not registering because I have to do something else first. Maybe I got to do sand. Yeah, it's not saying. So, gonna leave that there. And I'm gonna come back. Alright, so I spawned back over by the warehouse near the home base, and I grabbed the, whatever the hell this is. Atlas dumpy, or dump truck, I think. This is probably overkill for what I need, but I'm gonna... I know we need sand, and I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, I could pick up sand from this construction site over here. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try this and see if it works, and maybe I'm 100% wrong. Tends to be a theme, if you've noticed, if you watch enough. So, pick up delivery. I don't need any more of the construction site, but it does say, there you go, concrete factory. So, I'm gonna load, I guess, as much as I can probably fit. So 17. All right, I'm just gonna take that. I'm not overweight, so I shouldn't get pinged, and that should do it. So now I don't know how much sand the concrete factory needs. I have no idea. What did I just hit? And I grabbed this because this is just more than what the dumpy can carry. So I figured, why not? I think the biggest hurdle is the limestone that's going to be needed. And I think limestone is what I need, because you got to turn, you need rock. So I know for a fact we need sand and fuel. That's like 100% something that needs to be done. So at least we can knock out sand and the fuel. This thing is a little slow, but oh. So I did get overload. Fine. I guess because one axle was over. Oh, well, that sucks. Alright. We are finally here. Let's jump into third person. Alright, so it looks like I gotta back it up into that area right there. Come on. Okay. Let's park this real quick and just see. All right, yep. So sand is good. So now we need fuel. We need 100 fuel. And 100 cement. Okay, that sounds like a lot, but so with that being done, let's get rid of this truck. Just gonna park this right here. Alright, so I'm going to head over to the Titan and see if fuel will be ready now. Alright, now after that nice long jog, let's hop in, pick up delivery. There we go. Yeah, I'm going to completely overload it. I don't care. It is what it is. All right. Now, I still think that we're going to have to bring more fuel. based on what that's saying. And again, I know this thing is completely overweight, but it is what it is. Get my Jake brake on, because I'm probably going to need it. I don't think I'm going to get fined on this road. But again, I thought that last episode too. And turned out that there was like a measuring system or whatever that is on that road, which I was not aware of, and I freaking forgot even today in this episode or this recording. So it is what it is, and I guess we're gonna find out. So I'm not really worried about making money right now. I just kind of want to get the garage done, and then we'll focus on other things. I did hear that running fuel is pretty lucrative, so we may explore that option. But there's definitely some other trucks that I want to buy to the fleet, add to it, and starting to expand on at least my transport business. So, but we'll see. All in good time. Ooh, got a wrecker job over here to the right. Oh, looks like, what is that before I wreck? Oh, a bus. An overturned bus. Looks like I'm gonna have to pull out the old Brutus and save the day. Try to take this turn wide. All right, I'm going to attempt to back this up correctly. I know I don't have to, and for time's sake, but I gotta get better at this. And the only way to get better is to practice. So, I mean, this should be just a straight shot. And I keep forgetting about contracts. I don't know if I could have got a contract for that or not. No idea. All right, guys, that is going to do it for this episode. I greatly appreciate it. Next episode, I'm going to continue working on the cement portion of this garage so we can get this thing built and ready to go. So again, thank you all for watching the videos, liking, subscribing, all that. I greatly appreciate it. And I will see you guys at the next one.